Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here today to introduce you to somebody who I think is the best freeware developer for Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can find all of his sceneries on flightsim.to, and there's a couple of things that make this person unique. Their name is Chak991. You may be familiar with them, particularly if you've watched some of my videos, if you've participated in any of my streams. There's a couple of things that are really unique about him. Number one is the variety of types of airports that he does everything from regional and major international airports right down to very small, local, sometimes even airports that really aren't even airports. They're associated with a hotel or with a safari location. And the second thing that's rather unique is the geographical area that he covers, everywhere from Alaska to the Caribbean to the Far East to Africa. The third thing that makes him spectacular is just how passionate he is, how detail oriented, and how unbelievable the sceneries are. They are every bit payware quality, in my opinion. And I think it's really important that we focus on rewarding the types of people who do this stuff for us, because I have literally 600 freeware sceneries for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And were it not for the people like Chak991 that do this stuff, none of us would have any of this. So I think it's time to shine a light on some of these folks, and let's take a look and see what I'm talking about. Now, naturally, I'm going to start in the Caribbean, and we're going to start today at Grantley Adams Airport in Barbados. If this picture is any indication, then clearly we're in for something special. And this really shows what makes Chak991 special as a freeware developer. It's the attention to detail. It's not even just the buildings and the shapes of the buildings and the locations. It's these little things, the signage, and in some cases the artwork that really set his work apart. It's spectacular. So please keep in mind when you're looking at these images that they are taken from flightsim.to. So the resolution isn't always going to be the best, but you can clearly see the passion that he put into this airport. There are two payware versions of this airport available. I have both of them. His scenery is every bit as good. Is there more exact detail in some of the payware? Probably, but I can guarantee you that if you got this scenery, you wouldn't miss the payware at all. And it's not only the main airport and the taxiways and the runways and everything else, but as you can see here, also the general aviation side, the cargo side of the airport, and you can really see the detail in the terminal building. It's absolutely amazing. The next scenery I want to show you is Hamburg Airport from Hamburg, Germany. This is an airport that's particularly close to my heart, and this is actually how I found Chak991 on flightsim.to, because I used to live in Hamburg. And this airport is really unique, and you're actually seeing, if you can look at the right top of the image there, the terminal building, you can see the curved roof. And the terminal in Hamburg was built so that it's in the shape of an airplane wing. Not the easiest thing to recreate for a freeware scenery developer, and he did an absolutely amazing job. To do an airport of this complexity and all the details, the helipad, the lighting on the helipad, the rooftop cafe, just absolutely unbelievable. And just goes to show the type of work that Chak991 does. You can see up to the right side of the image, the curved roof of the terminal building. We'll see it again here in a second. Right there on the left, but also in the background, and look just to the left of the terminal building, that circular white building there is the hotel, and then to the left of that is the parking garage, which is another unique structure on this airport, and he's done them all. It's absolutely fantastic. Getting back to the Caribbean again, this is Providenciales in the Turks and Caicos. This is another airport. There are two payware versions available, and if you got this freeware version, you wouldn't miss the payware versions. Payware versions are very good. This one is absolutely excellent. And again, you can see the detail on the markings. You can see how well even the runway turnaround is done. The general aviation parking area is done in exact detail. And then we get into this. You can see he does the inside of the terminals as well. in almost all the sceneries he does, and the FBOs, and just wait till you see some of the detail. The amount of time this must have taken to do. You can see here a little model airplane there in the FBO. Got the outside bar. Just a wonderful, wonderful job. Now we go to a completely different part of the world. This is Juneau, Alaska. And again, you're going to see some really local details in the smaller, finer points of this scenery. Again, the terminal building, faithfully done. And you can see the Alaska Air Cargo. All the logos are correct for the different businesses on the airport. Sam, this is a sticker on the cargo box that says it's salmon that's being transported. The taxiways, the jetways, all of the ground area of for the airport itself, the tower. You can see here the FedEx shipping center, and there's another local business there on the outskirts of the airport. Another amazing scenery here from Cape Verde, and this really shows off the lengths that he goes to make these sceneries unique and special. The airport is wonderful. The terminal building is beautiful. Very unique markings on the runway. You can see to the right there. Interesting parts of the terminal building, all faithfully recreated. And again, you see here the fuel area of the airport. But he also goes into a lot of his airports will go into details in the surrounding area, and this one's pretty unique. This is the beach hotel that's located near the airport. Now look at this. That he would take the time to put this in, and when you're departing or arriving, rather than seeing just kind of bland scenery around you, you've got really detailed local images of what's going on in the airport area. Absolutely amazing. Looks gorgeous at night. Another really special airport, Gibraltar International Airport. And you're going to see some amazing details in this scenery as well. The building to the right there, the terminal building, done in very, very nice detail. The area surrounding this airport, the cargo facilities, the crosswalk, the famous crosswalk across the runway, the road that goes across the runway, businesses that are around the airport, the supermarket. You can see the signs are all correct. Getting here into the interior of the airport as well. Here's another one of my favorites. We visited this in one of my streams. This is Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos. This is there's actually 7 airports in the Turks and Caicos, and this is one of the outlying airports. And this is the type of thing that nobody would really do. And to have him go into this detail, you see this, is just amazing. If you love island hopping, this is a great example of a small Caribbean airport. And again, that Chak991 goes and does major airports in Africa, does them in Europe, and then does things like this. I mean, you can see the beachside scenery. So when you're taking off and landing from the airport again, you can see all this wonderful detail. You can see the plane departing. Just amazing. This is Ixtapa, Mexico. Again, here you can see what an unbelievable job with the terminal building and the really unique markings all around the surface area on the airport. The details with the ladders, with the ground personnel, with the displaced threshold there at the bottom of the picture. There's the before and after images. Look at the work he's done on the airport surface areas, the taxiway markings, the runway markings, including the firehouse there to the left, which is, you always see those in Caribbean airports. They have always very prominent firehouses. Now here's where we get into some things that you're not going to see from any other freeware developer. This is Pilanesberg National Park in South Africa. This is the airport that serves the game safari. And again, look at the detail with the parking, the covered parking, and look at this terminal building. Absolutely unbelievable. Surrounding area of the airport. It's just, I can't even comprehend that somebody would take the time to do this and create this amazing scenery for us. And that's another thing that just makes them so amazing. And the inclusion of the wildlife here, Look at it again. It's just absolutely unbelievable. Blows my mind that somebody would take the time to do this. And this is Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt. Again, jumping from, a very local safari airport to a major international airport in a very unique part of the world. Unbelievable. And the detail you can see in the buildings, all custom made. Again, all the taxiways and the ground markings are custom. The buildings, see to the left there, custom buildings. Unbelievable. Really, really beautiful work. I've flown into this airport as well. It's fantastic. Can't say enough good things about this. And again, just the variety is what sets Chak991 apart in my mind. And again, here, all the fuel, the fuel station, the fuel depots there, cargo areas of the airport. Just an unbelievable job. Here's another airport I've flown into, Tenerife South in the Canary Islands. Very unique airport, a beautiful environment, great approach, and you can see all custom made terminal buildings, all the ground markings again recreated in exact detail. You can see to the right the tower over there, buildings beyond the airport included as well, and this unique turnaround area down here to the end of the runway. All this detailed taxi work all matches exactly to the airport chart, and you can see here all of the baggage and equipment and the fuel stuff to the left. Unbelievable airport. I've flown in here, just gorgeous. Here's one that I've wanted to fly to forever. I haven't done it yet. This is Ushuaia, the southernmost tip of South America, and you can see a really unusual terminal building recreated very faithfully. Look at the left side, the covering, and you can see all the details. Look at the texturing. Just an absolutely beautiful job. You can see again the fuel and the parking, and to the right there, those really unique, passenger walkways and things. All the runway and the environment recreated. Beautiful, beautiful setting, and an absolutely amazing job on this airport. I can't wait to see this. Look at the texturing along the wall there. Just incredible, the work that he's done here. And this is Varadero, Cuba. But look at the detail of the imagery. Look at the local artwork that's been recreated. It's just amazing. And the glass work in the terminal building itself there, you can see towards the center, and these unique passenger jetways. Again, the terminal building and everything recreated to such detail. Look at the seating areas around the airport, and you see the sun reflecting off the glass work. It's just an unbelievable scenery. And last but not least, here's Walvis Bay in Nimibia. And you can see here another rather unique terminal building, some really beautiful details in the advertisements and the seating area out front. You can see kind of, a lot of the unique details on the building, the big hangar, the parking area, the GA parking. Just a really, really neat job. And again, an out of the way airport that really wouldn't get a lot of focus, but done in such exquisite detail. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you have gotten a sense for the passion that Chak991 has for what he does. Very, very grateful for all the work. I can't imagine how much time and effort went into doing all of this. These people are so vital to what we enjoy in Microsoft Flight Simulator, not only right now, but going into 2024. And I think that's one of the crowning jewels of the simulator is that it is so easy for people to do custom sceneries. And that's something I recognized very, very, very early on in the sim. And people like Chak991 have taken it to a completely different level. Absolutely unbelievable. So all the links are in the description of the video to each of these sceneries, as well as to his page on flightsim.to. Go over there, download some sceneries, check them out, give him a thank you. I really think that we owe a lot to this guy. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Please leave your feedback in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys think. and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day.